welcome to Hidden Creek Farm. Established in 1866 by my paternal great-great-grandfather. This farm has served my family for over 150 years and has served it quite well. In the olden days, there were horses to work the fields. There were dairy cows, chickens, hogs, and a huge vegetable garden that my great-great-grandmother gathered fresh vegetables from and canned and put up for the winter. The torches were passed down to my parents when they were married in 1954 until their passing. And after they passed in 2014, my husband and son and I decided that we would make a few changes here and make it our home. Now, one of the things that we didn't change was this pre-Civil War barn that dates back, as I said, before the Civil War. It was built according to stories that were handed down over the generations by the Buck family, the same Buck family for which this mountain was named and subsequently Buck Mountain Road. We'll look at it a little later. One thing that we did besides that was to tear down some of the old buildings. Modern farm equipment is much larger and we have more of it. So we built a 2-bay garage up here, and there are some other garages on the farm beyond the board fence. But I was excited about the things that we did to the farmhouse. It was dated. It was beautiful when I was a child growing up, but now as a grown woman, I wanted to make it more my own. So come inside and I'll show you some of the things that we did when we renovated in 2014. As you can see, it doesn't look like an old farmhouse dating back to the early 1900s. The original house that was built here on the foundation burned, probably an old flue fire. That's how most of them were destroyed. But my great-great-grandfather rebuilt it on the same foundation in 1914. But when we renovated, we wanted to retain the authenticity of this original 1900s farmhouse. So we paid attention to some details. As you can see, the flooring is pine floors, which mimic the original pine floors going up the steps and on the second story. My husband spoiled me by putting on all the interior doors, just like the old farmhouses, glass doorknobs. I almost cried when he did that. Another thing that he did for me to make this more like an early farmhouse was to enlarge this area. It was originally a den and a small country kitchen. But now I have this huge entertainment area with a family room and a country kitchen big enough for a table, and then my farmhouse sink, which I love. And then some special details that we made sure of. Antique washstand, which became my wash basin in the bathroom, and there's another one upstairs that you'll find in a few moments. We had some family friends that helped us, and we did the trim around the doors and all the windows that are similar to an early 1900s house. So come with me and let's go upstairs and see some more of the old style. Oh, one thing. The fireplace was closed in by my parents, and yet they kept the mantle, and I wanted to retain that because that's of that time period. So these are the original steps, the original pine flooring, and still the rooms are quite spacious, I think, for a growing family or a family that wants to entertain or maybe have a wedding here and have guests to stay in the extra bedrooms. This large master suite has been something I've always enjoyed, and I paid attention to early 1900s flooring and wanted to have this style and this pattern with an old clawfoot tub. So next on our stop on the farm is this pre-Civil War barn, built according to stories handed down in my family by the Buck family. The Buck family for which Buck Mountain was named and subsequently Buck Mountain Road. The barnyard, fenced-in barnyard, is ideal for us who have a working beef cattle farm because we tend to our beef cattle, whether it's calving or feeding during the winter months. But it would be perfect for sheep, it would be perfect for goats, it would be perfect for horses, whatever you have. So take a look inside. You'll see the hand-hewn logs that were made to put up this beautiful building. But there's, and a lovely barn cat, of course, too, sound asleep on this hot summer day. Well, what else could you use this barn for? Of course, we use it for storing hay and keeping our barn cats safe and warm. But of course, you can also picture a barn dance, a wedding, a family reunion. Oh, there's just so many things that I can picture would happen in here and has happened over the years while my family lived here.
All right, this building we made to house some of our equipment. As you can see, I have a UTV. We have a snow plow over here that we keep in here, and some four-wheelers. You always need some transportation while here on the farm. We built this building 2 years ago. We replaced another old building and put this one up. They're really durable. It's got metal construction and so forth. And as you can see, you can get a pretty big tractor in here and it houses some other equipment that we have.